morning and welcome to San Diego Living on your Friday. I'm Renee Cohn. An estimated 50 million Americans suffer from thyroid disease. And when the thyroid isn't working properly, all aspects of your overall health suffers. Here to share the symptoms and the solutions from San Diego Functional Medicine, we've got Dr. John Craig. Great to have you back on this Friday. And what a cool tie you have on today.
Yeah, this is my feminine side.
Yeah, you wear it well.
Well, my wife says it looks better on this kind of a day. So, hey, well, obviously, thyroid disease is on the rise in America, and I'm really concerned. As a father of 8 children, I have a wonderful wife that when she is compromised to be able to care for those children properly, our life is miserable. I can't imagine what it's like to have 35 million women in America with hypothyroidism on a daily basis to deal with their families. Typically, though, the woman is going to see the doctor and they're getting their thyroid hormones, but they're frankly feeling much worse. And the reason for that is it's actually diagnosed incorrectly. The real underlying causes of hypothyroidism is a biochemical inflammation and immune disorder. And unless someone's really taken the time to understand that, diagnose it correctly, they can actually progress and get much worse down the road.
So they're treated, but they're still suffering. You have other options for them, because if they're not treated, you know, you're saying this can lead to much other serious illnesses.
Huge challenges. Frankly, the disease, when we kind of look at all the symptoms related to this disease that the person can really identify, I think these are the symptoms where hair is falling out. They have fatigue that is, fatigue that can actually cause them to not even get out of bed. Constipation, headaches, low libido, cold hands and feet. Additionally, they can have constipation. Even musculoskeletal disorders can also be involved here. But ultimately, it's compromising that person's ability to just really deal with their life on a day-to-day basis. You know,
and it's so frustrating because they're thinking they're getting treated, they're taking medication, things are not helping. So you have some things that people can really do just to address this and to really get it mainstreamed and figured out.
Right. Well, if you look towards that underlying cause, what it is that we do, first of all, we have to make sure it's a good fit, because the person has to be really motivated to want to improve in their life. So it's really a change of life that allows this disease to get under control. Once you're addressing this underlying cause, it allows that disease then to be addressed properly so it doesn't progress into other forms such as musculoskeletal disorders. It means they can have more back pain. They can have brain fog. I mean, it's a real problem when you get up and you can't think properly. But it also progresses into like type 2 diabetes and other forms of diseases that can progress and make it much worse.
You were talking about folks coming to your office and really helping them and treating them, because as women we are the caretakers and you know we help everything kind of get done. Talk about the special offer that you have going on at your facility that can really get down to the bottom and just really help cure this.
Well, once it's properly diagnosed and we can address those underlying causes, at that point what we can do is we have an offering for someone to come to the office. The first 25 callers will have a chance to meet with me to see if it's a good fit, and to allow them to really have a proper diagnosis of their thyroid. But additionally, what we have for you is that you'll get a landmark book that has just been released this year by Dr. Datis Karizian. It has over 600 research papers that are peer-reviewed that allow us now to really address the underlying cause of this disease and is the protocols that we use in our office. Why do I still have thyroid symptoms when my lab tests are normal? Because that's really what happens. They go back in and they're told their labs are fine, they're fine, but they feel lousy.
And that's no way to live. No way to live at all. In addition to getting a free copy of the book for the first 25 callers, which is a huge and generous deal, you have a way that people get to actually meet the author in person.
You know, I've talked with Dr. Karizian, and this is the very first time here in San Diego on the 31st of March. He's going to be here in San Diego to do a lecture and book signing. Those of you who would be interested in meeting Dr. Karizian personally, please, this will be announced further, but you can call at that number, 621-5520, leave your name and email address, and we'll actually send all the information to you about where that's going to happen here in San Diego.
He's got some vital information, you know, about a lot of different things about thyroid, such as, you know, why thyroid hormones are often ineffective, and just a whole slew of things that people just don't have enough information and education about.
Well, he actually figured this out about 5 years ago, and he found out that the thyroid hormones were really not actually helping the thyroid to heal. It's actually the victim of another disease. But if you don't address the underlying cause, the thyroid never heals.
Okay, great information. And again, Dr. Craig, you are doing this wonderful offer for the first 25 callers, not only to get a huge discount, but to get a free copy of the book.
That's correct. So if those of you really ready to take action and want to get control of this thyroid and have it diagnosed correctly, please call the number at the bottom of the screen. We'll be glad to see you.
All right, Dr. Craig, thank you so much. Some great information.
Yeah.
And you tell your wife, love the tie.
All right.
You tell her she dressed you well. Thank you so much.